So at NKU, I majored in exercise science. And the reason I majored in exercise science is because I absolutely love helping people. And it's just something that really brings me joy. And it brings me joy to see other people achieve something. So my current position, I'm a general manager at Life Start. It's a corporate wellness position in Chicago. So I actually am the general manager of two different gyms in Chicago, which is a full-time position, and I really enjoy it. So I actually, when I graduated from Northern Kentucky University, I actually immediately went into a YMCA position, which I absolutely loved in Middletown, Ohio, called the Atrium YMCA. And I was just a fitness specialist staff when I started. But then at the time I was done, I was a health and wellness director at the Y. And then I transferred to Chicago to be with my fiance. And that's when I decided to go into corporate wellness to get a little taste of both worlds and what that would kind of seem like. The week is Monday through Friday. So you do have your weekends, which is typically not normal. So when I first get in, I typically check my emails, make sure that the gym's clean, it's set up for members nicely, organize anything that I didn't, that has been misplaced. And then I go work with a couple of my clients. I typically teach 1 to 2 classes a day. I teach a boot camp, a core class, and a circuit class, and many more programs. So then I'll go to my other club, kind of do the same thing, but I'll also prepare for different programs that I'm going to promote throughout the month or events that I'm going to have with corporates as well. So I would go to, for example, I'd go to Morton Salt and teach them a sleep and wellness class, or I would teach them any kind of seminar that they were interested in. So some of the most satisfying aspects of my job are helping people achieve things that they didn't know they could do. And that's something that makes that's what makes me so happy, is helping somebody with a goal. And that's the cool thing about corporate wellness is working with other people and teaching them things that they thought they couldn't do. But I also love the continuing education points or parts that you get to do in this job as well. So if somebody were, you constantly get times like uh, you get opportunities to keep learning, which I absolutely love. So I see the job is becoming a little more virtual. So you do have to have like a good platform where you are constantly in contact with people in the virtual world. Um, but that is, people are still going to want community and they're still going to want to come in. So I do think it's still going to be very important that there is a community in person, personal training, group exercise, things like that. But there is also going to be that virtual platform as well. So it's going to become very dimensional with a lot of different ways to communicate with clients and um, potential members. So there's a couple things. So you need to be outgoing. That doesn't mean you have to be crazy bubbly and like in people's faces, but you do need to be able to talk to people. And I think you just have to keep a very open mind, because in this field you run into anyone and everyone, and they're going to have different opinions on so many things in life. So you do need to be able to talk to anybody that is completely different from you. That is huge, and you have to be very organization, like you have to be very organized. And that's super important, because you need to have everything on your own, like you have to have everything together, because you do want to present that you have all these wonderful values about yourself, but you do need to be able to organize it in a fashion where people can see it and it's makes sense to them. Also, time management is huge. That's time management can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. So you can learn about job openings in my field through LinkedIn. Um, there's definitely opportunities. You can look up specifically corporate wellness jobs. You can also look up the company itself. So you can look up LifeStart or WTS. So you can look up those on LinkedIn, or you can look it up on Indeed. That's actually where I found it when I first was moving to Chicago. Ooh, good question. So what I wish I kind of knew about this corporate wellness field before I entered into it was more of the budgeting piece. I feel like I learned a lot going into it, but if I had a little more understanding of that budget piece, I feel like it would have been a little more it would have been easier for me to um, smoothly transition into that piece. Now, I did have a lot of wonderful coworkers and leaders that did help me learn those things that I wasn't quite sure of too. So there is that. So, advice that I would give to somebody looking to enter this field is always be willing to learn new things, be open to learning. Don't walk in there thinking you know everything, because you're going to run into professionals and even people that just know more or know things that you didn't think you ever needed to know. So always be open to learning new concepts, and be uh be be able to transform into different types of trainers. So you can say, hey, my thing is strength and conditioning, like I just want to do strength and conditioning, but do be open to other things because they do want to see that dynamicness of your person. Be open to new opportunities, try things, try it. Like if it definitely seems like you wouldn't like it, or you just don't know about it, don't just put it on the burner and don't think about it. Like actually try it. uh you got you got to try things in life to know if you actually like them or not. I didn't think I would like corporate wellness as much as I did.